In this instance, we're wearing costumes or we're using props to speed up the process of a change that we want. Kind of like when Jim Carrey was a young struggling actor and he wrote himself a check for $10 million for acting services rendered, and he carried it around with him until it became true. So that is the kind of power that is available for this particular degree. Hello, welcome, as we continue taking a look at symbols, truths, psychological profiling, and complementary gemstones as seen through the Sabian degrees of astrology. In searching for truth, I repeatedly kept coming back to astrology. So it's a lot deeper than many might give it credit. I have found that to be true. It just continues to amaze me, all the information that I find from it. Here we are taking a look at 2 degrees per video. There are 360 degrees. Today we're on Sagittarius Gemini 21. I thank you guys so much for being here. Without further ado, let's jump into Sagittarius. A boy and his dog wearing miner's lamps exploring a cave. Deep in the jungle, travelers discover the ruins of an ancient city. Toads singing at night. A holy man explaining the various meanings of the many names of God. The stone here is biotite. The spelling will be in the description. It's a type of mica, a black mica. It is wonderful for meditation, for grounding, for protection. It enlivens our psychic abilities. It gives us clear discernment. It's helpful in dream work, in helping to recall dreams. It can open and engage the crown chakra. It helps us discard details that are not relevant. It helps maintain the best order of thought. So it helps us organize our thoughts so that we can process things in a clearer, more discerning way. Beautiful stone, check it out. This is step 1 in a new set of 5. We're getting closer to the end of the sign, so things are starting to heat up here. So here we're embracing, learning, and expanding our psychic awareness and our evolution through pretending, through wearing costumes. So here there's a boy and a dog and they're exploring a cave. They're wearing goggles. They're wearing miner's goggles. So it's the idea here of working with a guru or a master, but in this instance we're wearing costumes or we're using props to speed up the process of a change that we want. Kind of like when Jim Carrey was a young struggling actor and he wrote himself a check for $10 million for acting services rendered, and he carried it around with him until it became true. So that is the kind of power that is available for this particular degree. Listening to our dreams and listening to the messages of the universe, picking up on clues that other people give us, but mainly it's deciding who do I want to be and pulling out some props to speed that along. Eyeglasses can be a prop for intellectual development. So if you want to be smarter, wear some glasses. Or it's like the idea where gentlemen used to wear top hats. So then if you want to be a gentleman or get into that set faster, you wear a top hat. So it's that idea here. So imitating and playing make-believe, speed it up. Realizing that we're the ones that set the agenda, not anybody else. There's also the releasing of negative energy in order to make room for the light. So if something that you've really wanted for a long time just hasn't been happening and you get some negative messages either from yourself or you notice them around you, you notice people's behaviors like, why is she dressed like that? It can be different for everybody. So it's just whatever gets your attention. For me, it's been dreams. So I've been getting dreams where either I'm saying things that I just don't understand why I would be saying them, and I'm also seeing, like last night, I had a dream where I was holding a check It was made out to me. It was like a check stub. I said, ooh, that much for me weekly? I said, I'm making that weekly. Paying attention to dreams could be really important here. But if there's negativity, okay, if there's negativity, don't let it scare you, because if you let it out, like there's some backstory here about the blackbirds flying out of a pie, and that's like saying, let the darkness out so that the light can come in. So not being afraid to let the dark stuff go, and not being afraid to see it, because the deeper we go into the cave, the boy in the cave with the dog, then we will get rid of the deepest restrictive things that are holding us back, and it allows the light to get to us faster. It's like wearing the God medicine man mask. You become the incarnation of the God medicine man. So you want to ask yourself, what is it I'm trying to bring in today? What prop can I carry or wear that can bring it in? So wearing costumes to impress others or to bring out qualities that you want to foster. Realizing there is something that we must do in order to feel whole, and if we're listening here, we'll be told what it is we need to do. Let's take a look at Gemini. A tumultuous labor demonstration. A healer breaks up adhesions beneath an old wound. Wine casks retreat from an ancient shipwreck. A dog gone for many months returns. Magically, the trolls make the stones weightless as they build the castle. Our stone is bronzite. It is grounding. It promotes clarity of thought and actions. It gives us courage and harmony. It encourages self-confidence. It encourages us to take action. It neutralizes negative energies, and it promotes mental well-being. Here, the heat is being turned up. This is a touchback to Gemini 16, and it's ramped up at this stage. So a tumultuous labor demonstration. So this can be outwardly where you're wanting to rage at the elite because they have things that you don't. It is also the subconscious screaming out and saying, hey, what about me? When are you going to do something about this? And it's going to be different for everybody. There can be a feeling of anxiety if you're repressing these thoughts, or there can also be a feeling of, I am totally coming undone. What are these thoughts I'm having? So some negative thoughts coming up, but if you look at them and say, they're healing, they're trying to heal me, embrace them and encourage them, see what needs to be let go of. That can be very healing here. The wine casks. So we're trying to uncover whatever has been lost and forgotten for a very long time. And hopefully, having been aged like fine wine, when we find it, it's going to be much better for the time that it's spent there. We're looking to heal old wounds. So like someone who performs Reiki, a massage therapist who breaks up old adhesions under a wound, gets the blood flowing, and all of a sudden you can move again. That's what we're after here. And it can be mentally, and it can be physically, it can be a lot of things. But I have the sense here that you could feel like you're coming undone. You have to embrace that. Doing so will bring divine mercy and forgiveness of old wounds so that they can be let go. So going back and correcting what went wrong is what we're after here. It makes things weightless, letting go of surface attachments, seeing into dark, shadowy places. So those are all the key words that I'm picking up here. It's a treasure hunt. We're looking for the treasure, but we're here at the deepest depths, and it's time to embrace that it's okay to see the dark and scary, so that we can let it go. To say, I sense the stuck places in myself and others, and I naturally draw out what needs to be drawn out, and I naturally say what needs to be said, the right words, to heal them. Some people may not get this, so you probably want to focus this on yourself. Do your best not to be the one getting up on the soapbox, because you may end up being the one attacked. I see this as self-analysis, deep self-psychoanalysis. It's painful. It's painful stuff here. Know that you're not crazy, and know that there's deep healing that can occur here, but it's a leaning into the darkness. The rats with ruby eyes, that's a backstory here. Seeing into the deepest, darkest, scariest stuff will help get the darkest stuff unstuck. Let the adhesion be healed, and then it is gone. So a knack for doing all of the above. If this is a strong degree for you, you may be that person that makes people uncomfortable just being in the room with them. So don't take it personally. Leave a comment if you can relate to that. Yeah. The key is you don't force anything on anyone, and you don't get upset or kick yourself because people don't understand you. It's a scary thing to do this kind of work. So that's what I have for you today. Leave me a comment if you've had a dream about these. I had a dream. It was a couple. Number one was the one about the check. So in my dream, I found something that somebody didn't even want, like trash on the side of the street that was going to be thrown out, and I took it and I turned it into something else, and it was like a useful household item after that. And I was standing there looking at a check stub, and I was like, yeah, I can make this in a week. So that was one of my dreams. Another one was like detectives at a crime scene, and they were wearing white. Okay, so white keeps coming back. It's the light in the darkness. And they were looking for clues at a crime scene, or a scene that was dark, like a murder scene, like something had been killed, and they were looking for clues to get to the bottom of something. So those are my dreams. Leave me a comment if you had a dream. Leave me a comment if you have a different take on these symbols, if these are strong for you, if you can relate to these. Otherwise, give me a like. If you're enjoying this, subscribe for more, and take care till next time.